Hey out there, YouTube world. This is Dusty Pigeons in Elite, if you have me on YouTube. XXAssman, if you have me on the Game Trailers forums. XLightSight X, if you have me on XBL or the ASR forums. Now, today I'm going to be talking about my review of the DBoys Kar98K. People have made this gun notorious to be inaccurate, bad quality, which with DBoys it's really more of a coin toss. Now, most of the stories about the Kar98K aren't really inaccuracy. They're more of an inconsistency because of the hop-up. Now, I think I have just recently gotten mine to where its main base of grease has gotten worn off so much to where it's much more consistent. I had posted on ASR that with TSD .25s that it can reach 130 feet within a 10-inch spot. I didn't actually have a piece of paper up. I was going on a rough estimate, and I ran out of 25s. So now I'm going to be using TSD .28. They are heavy enough to get rid of most of the flyers. I'm not sure why, but I still only get to the best of a 4 to 5 with the out of 5 shots I get 4 that hit. Now, I also posted earlier that within 80 feet the .28s would drop to the ground, which was right at the time because I wasn't playing with hop-up enough, which is done with this little Allen wrench. It is not the best hop-up ever, as you can probably tell. It is located under the rear iron sight. It is a very small hole. It does not click when you adjust it. You'll have to go basically on a rough estimate. And I'm not really sure if the very wide barrel is more of a problem than the hop-up, but it could be a lot better. I was just talking with One Shot on the ASR forum saying he was going to try and modify this gun to have a V hop-up, which would make it much more accurate. And enough about that, but I will now demonstrate the gun. I have recently sanded both the stock discs and the rear butt plate. I also did the magazine plate. Now, I did this purely because not a lot of people have this gun, so I was going to make it just a little bit more uncommon. More of a Turkish or Czech knockoff version of a Kar98. With the jamming problems, yes, they are common. If you are not doing it right, you can purposely make it jam. Now, part of the problem is on the first round, when you put all 5 rounds into the internal magazine, the top one, if it's in with the other 4, will have a tough time getting out with just the bolt itself. It is very tight, which the shells are made of cast iron, not that great a quality. Now, they are very realistic in size. I will have a .338 Winchester mag and a 50 cal. Now, the 50 cal would be a little much, but here's the 8 mil compared to the .338 Win. And I would say it's a very accurate representation of the 8 mil Mauser round. Now, getting back to what I was saying earlier, 5th round, what I've come to start doing, load all 4 into the internal magazine, and then somewhat breech load the 5th one, as far as it'll go into the inside. Then, hold down the other 4, just to where the bolt goes so far and doesn't want to pick up that last round. Then, you can, which is a little trick I learned, hold down the trigger. Now you have an inert gun loaded with all your shells. No need to carry them around, hand, pocket, anything. Now, the thing is with that, then you must eject each one if they are not loaded. By doing basically the same thing. Loading one halfway, just to where it would start to cock, then pull the bolt back, release the shell, take it out, load it. Do this for all 5, and you'll be ready to load them. I also posted that on the ASR forums, this gun will be a lot stiffer if not correctly lubed. That statement was pretty vague on my part. Now, the part that isn't as much of a problem with the lubing, there's this little rubber guide here that will make it very easy to cock no matter how much lube you have. It came, of course, loaded with flat grease, as most ACM bolt rifles do. And I spent about an hour and a half cleaning it the day after I got it, just the barrel. Then it took at least 25 swabs of shop towels to get the barrel degreased. Now, I just used regular silicone oil because I didn't have any white lithium or Teflon or graphite. Graphite I would suspect would be better because it lasts longer, as I have heard. So it's pretty much once lubed, you're good forever. But really, every few weeks with a couple of sprays of silicone oil will be just fine for this gun. The only thing is that the metal gets